So I'm looking up, because yesterday was the anniversary of Superstorm Sandy, which hit me and a lot of others. And 11 years ago. And I asked my husband last night, because I know he watches TV and he watches the news. Just looking at this. I said, did they do anything on the news last night to commemorate Sandy? And he's like, he didn't find anything, but I just did from ABC, and it was barely, they touched on it barely. We had supposedly 22 people that died on the island, my little tiny 14-mile island, and one of them was my plumber, George, and his daughter. They drowned. Yeah, and that was a harrowing story, and I don't want to go into it. And me going on the ferry Sunday to go see Trump, yeah. You saw a very short video that I almost didn't put up, but I put it up just now. Only because there was a container ship that was going by. You almost thought that it was going to crash with the ferry. Ferry goes so slow, it's not even funny. It takes 20 minutes to get across the bay. Yeah, this was crazy. My voice is still, my throat actually is more, still irritated from chanting and singing and cheering and going crazy, along with 19,499 other people, patriots, I should say. I want to do a video on that, my commentary, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, these are all old. Yeah, and even during the storm, they took a little bit of damage around the base of it, where the chains are and stuff. They had to get some repairs done for the statue. I could have shot a video of, yeah, there's a schmuck for you. I hope he's in Gitmo. I really do, for what his involvement was for the C and the V. I really do. But this storm had gone out to sea, and we all thought, oh, okay, we're good. No, it did a 360. And I'm going to say engineered hurricane. But the sad part of it was 94 miles an hour when it hit. It hit Jersey first, Atlantic City. And Atlantic City is totally on the sea level. And so they got hit pretty bad over there. And even on a heavy rain, Atlantic City floods. There goes that chicken. And yeah, she's running around in here. I just let her out. There's another schmuck. Yeah. During COVID, he was on the beach. You know, rules for me and not for thee. Yeah. I'm looking for... Let me see. Staten Island. Hang with me, guys. It's been a long few days between the... yeah, here. Go through the... This is right down the block from me. How annoying is that sound? Let me turn it down. Yep. Great Kills Harbor. Nothing they could do. We had boats up on Highland Boulevard. They had to be removed somehow. I don't know how they do it, because I didn't have a car, because mine washed away. See? Went snaking in. All these shrubs are probably gone from the salt water. Alright, that's enough of that. I should have had some of these queued up, but... yeah. And then, the worst part of it was, I started to tell you, was it went out and come back in, and it came back in, and it lowered down to 73 miles an hour, so which was not a hurricane. So the insurance company screwed everybody. Talk about your engineered storm. Gives me a headache. Yeah, my street is on here. My house is on here. The one good thing, we weren't alone. It wasn't just 1 or 2 or 3 or 50 houses. My shoreline, it snakes down like that. So I'm on the North Shore, and the South Shore got worse. They got hit with 2 12-foot back-to-back waves, and I know a couple, brother and sister, that they hung on to their roof during the whole event all night long. It finally stopped about 5 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then you heard about Breezy Point, where the firemen couldn't get to put out the fires, and they lost 150 houses. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, it happened. But the news didn't do shit on it last night. Not much. It's pathetic. Oh, was that house? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is from 11 years ago. So my sister called my husband last night. Oh, you're not going to celebrate Sandy? And he's like, why? It took away 5 years of my life. And then I replied to him. I said, yeah, and I almost had 3 nervous breakdowns with the Build It Back people to get this stupid house that I can't stand. Yeah. And Obama came to speak, and he's like, oh, we're going to cut all the red tape, and we're going to get you back in your homes. Bullshit. There was so much red tape and bullshit that we had to go through. They told my neighbor that she had to prove that she was an American citizen so that she could get help. Now they're letting them just walk across the border, and they're giving them $25,000. I don't have the videos of my basement. My basement acted like a bathtub. I got 9.5 foot of water. I'm trying to pack this in, and yeah. A lot of Staten Islanders did help. We had a lot of help from the churches. He was nothing but bullshit. So was she. I saw her at the rally. Yeah, and I had taken a picture and I gave it to my friend, and he put it in a museum now. There was this big, huge ship that wound up halfway onto the dock. So it was halfway on and halfway off. I don't know how they got it off, but I had taken the picture of it. Get off. Not hitting anything. Get off. So many emotions. Mice. Oh, here we go. This is down Midland Beach. I can tell even by the... Okay, it's like 2 beaches up from me. Yeah, so I'm living on a 35 foot high. Yeah, there's the SOB. Hey, you guys don't want to listen? I don't care. It's up to you. They went scouring through NYPD and the fire department. They went looking for these 2 little boys that died. The mother had them in the car, and she got out of the car, and she had the both of them in her arms, and the water was too much for her. She was a short little woman. And I went to and they were looking through my yard. I'm like, no, they're not here, believe me. They just start walking in my yard because the fence was blown out from the water. Why do I not see? Hold on. Hang on, guys. Yeah, here we go. This guy did it really good. All the garages got blown out. Got 9.5 foot of water. This is up the road from me. And they had built those people back. There's the beach. That's how much space we're talking. 2-lane highway. This was right after. And another 2 lanes on the other side. Look at all the garage doors. Look at the cars. Everything that you had in there. He's going pretty fast. There's a dumpster. Somebody was trying to... I remember that house. Most of these houses are still here. I would say 95% of them. And then we have a little wetlands there. And there's like a little pond there. A lot of stuff, a lot of debris. There's the bridge. My father's bridge. Those houses, they all got hit. That's my neighbor's house. Took the fence out. This is trying to drive and film at the same time, so give the guy a break. And Sand Lane. There's an apartment house there now. They rebuilt it. Everybody got blasted. And if you didn't have a car, it was kind of rough to try and do any kind of anything. There's more of my neighbors. There's an old lady that lives there. She's 80-something. Yep. It's Tony's house. Mike's house is not there anymore. There's my house. There's my car. There's the house that the pig died in, drowned. My neighbor had a pet pig. That street always floods. We went to the civic people about that house so many times. About that street, I'm sorry. It was a war fucking zone, let me tell you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all this shit in the street. It's the day after. So when I see this stuff going on down North Carolina, Tennessee, and all of that, that house is gone. They took it out. I don't know what he just ran over. I hope it doesn't give him a flat. I hope it didn't. So yeah. Look at this. It was all cleaned up. The sanitation guys were fabulous. But I'm pissed that the news didn't do anything. I really should call them up on the phone. And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. There's Ocean Avenue. Yeah, everybody got hit. Well, now you know where I live. Who cares? I don't care. That's the fort right there behind that. And there's the bridge. Going into Manhattan. Yeah, now you know where I live. Who cares? I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to light a candle for the front. Do my own thing. I did do a video of the memorial that they built up the block by the park for the people that died. I did that with me and my son one night. I don't know if I should have done this, but you know what? I have to remember what we went through. I'm never going to forget. See? She's begging for help. I remember seeing that woman. Look at this. That's Midland Beach. Midland Beach is a little bit lower than us, so they act like a bathtub. Just like Katrina did with the 9th Ward and all of that in there. And, yeah, there's the fires. Breezy Point. It was bad, that's all I gotta say. Never forget it. Never forget it. Anyway. So many things you can't ever forget. Like 9/11. Irene was 13 months before that and destroyed my basement. And we rebuilt it. And then we did Sandy and it destroyed my house. The oil tank, we had oil. I had it with a co-op and I paid $70 a month for oil. That was 12 years ago. It was so cheap to heat my little tiny house. And it came loose off of its footings and it spewed oil throughout the whole basement. So yeah, and then the guy came in 2.5 years later from the city and they decided, no, I think it's a total tear down. My other neighbor didn't do that. He rebuilt. He spent $125,000 to rebuild his house. He said, I literally could have built a whole brand new house. They charged him $12,000 to put air conditioning in his house for his 1-bedroom house. And he's like, I should have just put window air conditioners. Could have saved the money after that. And he got Jack from the adjuster that he hired. He had to pay him $10,000 to sue the insurance company and stuff. It was one big mess all over the place. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go light a candle.